Let us now travel back in time and visit Lebanon's rich past. Fortunately, much is still standing and awaiting its new visitors. Lebanon is a land that not only dates back to biblical times, but thousands of years before. Evidence shows signs of man in this region more than 6,000 years ago. Once called Phoenicia, it still shows the signs of many of its former inhabitants. The Phoenicians, Romans, Mamelukes, Crusaders and Franks are just a few of more than 17 civilizations that have left evidence of their existence in Lebanon. Today, more than ever, this evidence is being preserved and stands as a monument to its rich and varied past. This is Baalbek. It has stood here, high above the Bekaa plain, for more than 2,000 years, and is considered the largest and best preserved collection of Roman temples and buildings ever built. The base of this temple's columns tower more than 40 meters high. These ruins are dedicated to the deities of Jupiter, Venus and Mercury. Many of these enormous stones and columns weigh over 1,000 tons each and represent the unity in the faith established between the indigenous people and the Roman colonial population. Anjar, built by the Umayyad Caliph al-Walid in the early 8th century, is located in the Bekaa Valley and once served as a summer resort for the Caliph. This beautiful complex of streets, columns and arches was recently identified and recognized in 1940 and has attracted many visitors since. Byblos, or Jbeil, is among the oldest continuously inhabited cities of all time. Byblos dates back more than 7,000 years. From this city came the creation of our modern-day alphabet. During the early Bronze Age, Byblos was the most important center for shipping timber of cedar to the pharaohs of Egypt. Kings such as Solomon and Nebuchadnezzar built their temples with this durable and fragrant wood that still grows throughout Lebanon's highest mountains. The merchant fleets of the Phoenicians also used cedar in some of the first vessels known by man. This is the sea castle of Sidon. This fortress, built by the Crusaders in the 13th century, is much more recent than the history of the city itself. Archaeologists have found evidence of early life here, just as in Byblos. The triumphal arch, Roman public baths, columned porticos, and one of the largest Roman hippodromes ever found can all be seen here in the city of Tyre, the Phoenician city of the sea that was unprecedented in splendor and in wealth. Tyre has been declared a World Heritage Site by international authorities. Settled in the Shuf Mountains is Beit Din, known today as the Palace of the People. It was built by Emir Bashir Shehabi II in the early 1800s and was the capital of the Shehabi Emirate. After his death, the palace was purchased by the state and used as an administration retreat. Following Lebanon's independence from the French in 1948, the palace was temporarily made the residency of the Lebanese president. In 1983, attention was once again placed on the historical, architectural and cultural value of the palace, which led to its restoration. Today, tourists from all around the world admire it for its pure Lebanese style of architecture. The palace houses 3 museums. There are also vast gardens and exquisite designs, inside and out. Below is Tripoli, the second largest city of Lebanon after the capital Beirut. Set upon this hill is a citadel, also known as the Fortress of Saint-Gilles. This fortress was used as a strategic position by the Crusaders during their presence in the region. Tripoli is also a city with the most fascinating mosques. Among them is the renowned Tinal Mosque, built in 1336, on the site of a ruined Crusader Carmelite church. This decorative entrance into the Hall of Prayer is an example of the architecture of the Mamluk era. Today, more than 17 different religious sects are observed in this multicultural country, and its wonderful and varied religious architecture is a beautiful expression of Lebanon's deep and diverse faiths. All throughout Lebanon, one can find sites of biblical significance, but among the most important would be Cana of Galilee. Recent evidence shows this site to be that of the wedding feast, where Jesus of Nazareth performed his first miracle of turning water into wine. Still visible on these rocks are inscribed images of the apostles, the wedding bride, and possibly John the Baptist.